shop on the east coast of Australia. My name is David. Annabelle and Lily are here, but today is a really special day because we have a couple of extraordinary special guests from The Wrong Gods, a production currently playing at the Belvoir Street Theatre. We've got Nadi and Vaishnavi, and I can't tell you, I saw this play last week. You have to go and see it. If you're in Sydney, you have to go and see it. It's amazing. We're going to talk about that a little bit, but I can't talk about it right now because we've got to put some stuff in our candy. All right, you're going to take this in your right hand. Lily's going to show you what to do, but essentially we add a little bit of colour and then we paint. And can you see the way that's going?
Wow.
Okay. So you're just going to keep adding it right to the middle and you're going to paint that in. That's in your left hand, that's in your right hand, a little bit at a time. You're going to do the same down here, Vaishnavi.
Yes. So I just
Yeah. So you can kind of make a little well. So
okay. So you take this,
we don't want to go any further than you are. So we just want to keep it in this section.
And we're just going to mix that in. And we're going to mix that in. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. That's in your right hand.
Am I doing it right?
You are, yeah. I'll show you a little tip.
Just mix it in, and when you feel like it's probably mixed in, we're going to add some more. Don't go too much bigger. We want to keep it kind of small. Yep, just small. We want to keep that kind of small.
It's not too hot, is it?
No.
Still the flat.
Is that all right?
It's all right. I'll get you a new glove.
Here, you jump in the middle, Lil, while you show them.
No,
Because I just want to say, welcome everybody. This is a very special day for us here at Sticky. These two, this is Vaishnavi who plays Lakshmi, and this is Nadi who plays Nirmala. I can't tell you, The Wrong Gods currently playing at Belvoir Street Theatre. It's an extraordinary story about the clash of modernity and traditional life. It's a story about corporate greed. It's a story about the opportunities that come to rural women from progress, but also the things that have to be sacrificed and the things that get left behind. It's about family, it's about a million different things. Hey Lil, can you just give Vaishnavi a hand? Only because the black's creeping up the table a little bit. And then we're going to go to yellow.
So I reckon that's enough.
But an extra, and as much as anything, it's a story about the feminine.
And then what we're going to do...
So you can just keep putting it right in the middle now. Yeah. You don't have to go to the edge. Don't worry about the edge. We're making passion fruit candy. We've tried to pick something that the girls can get involved with. The performances are extraordinary. Go and see it. Who can I say hello to? Hey, Owen. Who's our other friend? Sorry, if you've just missed it, this is Vaishnavi. She plays Lakshmi, who in Hindu mythology is the goddess of wealth, and it's appropriate for her character. It's the story of women in rural India. It's the story of... How would you describe it? Vaishnavi?
The story?
What's your takeaway? What's your elevator pitch for The Wrong Gods?
Very bad at elevator pitches. I do, 10 stairwell pitches instead. It's about a mother and a daughter living on ancestral farmland in India. But the daughter, like all teenagers, wants to escape.
Explore the world, spread the wings.
Yeah. And by chance, they're met with the mysterious stranger who offers them that opportunity in the form of progress and modernity and it is one of the things I really took away was this extraordinary opportunity for rural women to change their lives and experience modernity, but the things that you sacrifice along the way family and traditional lifestyles are kind of...
You're doing a great job. Look at you go.
Look at that.
Perfect.
That's about it.
Is this right?
Yeah.
I'd add a tiny little bit more.
A little bit more.
We're just going to go back to candy for a minute. If you just joined us, this is Sticky in Sydney. We're making passion fruit lollies, but we're doing it today with Vaishnavi and Nadi, who are in the current production of The Wrong Gods at Belvoir Street Theatre. Cannot recommend it highly enough. How long does it run for, Nadi?
The play?
Yes.
For 90 minutes.
It does run for 90 minutes, and it seems like it goes way too quick, can I just say? But it also runs to the end of May. Yeah, so you've got to the end of May. And if you miss it in Sydney, you can then see it in Melbourne. It's going to Melbourne.
A lot of people are saying hi. We've got Owen here, Martin. We've got Angela, Roxanne.
That'll do. No, I'll take this one away from you. We're going to mix that in.
Aisha.
Can I go this
people are saying,
Can I?
Oh yeah.
So just gently, we don't want to spread the citric acid everywhere, but we just want to kind of fold it into the candy. Perfect.
Hold your spatula
Sunny,
flat, sit
Emma,
on the side. There you
lots
go.
of people
You might
saying
find that a
hi,
little
that they
bit
want to
easier.
see
There
the
you go.
play.
Yes, we
Could I
write.
put
Can I
my
just grab
face
this
in
for
the
one
candy?
sec, Nadi? We're just going to make sure this bit in the middle is
I
mixed
wouldn't put your
in.
face in the candy. It is above.
Do not put your
boiling
face
point.
in the can.
Um,
All
if you want
right.
to be an actor, I wouldn't
You're
recommend
done.
sticking your
You're
face
done.
in it, so you can melt the
Scrape it off
candy.
on the side here.
If you've got any questions on what it's like to be an actress, what it's like to decide to be in the performing arts, if you've got any questions at all, Annabelle's keeping track of the comments. So what we're going to do, we're going to take these steel bars and we're going to move them to the side here. You're going to do the same on this side, Nadi. This steel bar. We're going to take that, move that all the way down to the end. Then we're going to move this steel bar down to here. We're going to move this steel bar to here. You're going to take your scissors in your right hand. This is kind of tricky. I'm going to come on the other side of you. And you're going to cut
Wow.
all the way up the table, okay? And as you're cutting, you're pulling away like this. Go for it. You're going to have a go in just a sec, but just take this hand off. Just let go. Hold it. See how it's liquid here, but you can hold this bit.
Like this.
That's it,
So
yes.
aiming not to touch the liquid.
So we want to keep our hands out of the liquid candy and just touching that candy where it's hit the table. Beautiful. Perfect.
That's good.
Yeah, that's perfect. So you can put your scissors down. This bit, so see how this is liquid?
Yeah.
We want to leave, we don't want to touch that, but this is set because it's been on the table. So we're going to lift that and we can just start playing with it. Just being careful not to touch this stuff,
yeah.
but touch this. All right.
This is so much fun.
All right. So
This is so
we're going to
good.
cut here.
So I give
I'll
start like
do
you
the
can use
first
these
bit.
tools because at the start it's
And
got
then
the
you're gonna
liquid,
take
so
this.
you kind of like it just gets stuck
And
to
can
the
you
gloves.
see
It's
the
annoying.
yellow
So
here?
you
that
can like
this is
use
clear?
these tools to
You
kind of
want
like
to cut
flip it,
along
move it
here.
around.
Like this.
Yeah, perfect. It does.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
How does it feel?
So I feel so fun.
oh, that feels amazing.
It feels amazing, huh? How would you describe it? Can you describe it? Is it like, it's not sticky.
It's like
So,
a gold
yep.
that part
So now
there.
you're going to cut the black one.
Have I messed it up?
No, you don't mess it up. Well, if it's getting too stuck, just use this and kind of like get off the. Yeah,
Like this.
I can't touch it. That's why I'm not helping you.
Perfect.
Do you have a
This one, I
favourite
think,
one? People do like
once it
the
gets,
coolest corner?
sorry, one second. So this, I don't think you need these anymore. What we're going to do, we're just going to get it, we're going to turn it,
So, yeah.
I'm going to
And you can
just
touch
kind of
the-
play
you
with
can
it.
touch from that
This
side.
table is designed to
You can see
cool
the
it
liquid
down.
part of there. So you wanna pick the sides that don't have any liquid
Do you
flowing.
have a favourite moment of the production?
Me,
Maybe
Are we
it's not.
Oh,
my
that's
favorite
Are we
moment is
making it
cutting the
smaller? We're just kind of
pumpkin.
gonna fold
Cutting the
up
pumpkin.
the soft bit. So what we want to do is create one even.
Yes, because I cut a
You
big
can like
pumpkin.
recreate it in minutes.
Do you know the name of that? Do you know the name of that tool? The knife that you cut. Does it have
They
a
call it scythe. Like
scythe? It's a
Yes,
scythe. Okay.
yes, the one that she always carries it.
So why don't you, Nadi, come in the middle? Only because no one can see you, and I'm terribly concerned no one can see you. I'll take this one. So
Awesome.
This is
How to go
so.
with the big bits? The big bits the fun bits. So,
can you describe it?
okay.
This one.
There is a, she probably won't say it's her favourite scene, but there's a scene where Nadi just steals the show, where she's raging,
Fighting.
talking to the river, talking to her gods.
Yeah.
It is an extraordinary story. If you've just joined us and you don't know what the hell we're talking about, this is Nadi and Vaishnavi, who are in the current production of The Wrong Gods at Belvoir Street Theatre. They've come in this morning very generously to help us make some passion fruit lollies. How's it going, girls?
And is it a new production or has it run before?
No, this is a new production.
New production. I was lucky enough to be invited to their opening night last week. It blew me away. It's written by the same person who wrote Counting and Cracking,
And
which is
Jungle and the Sea.
and Chungal Under Sea.
Yes.
Counting and Cracking. It's an they're Australian, aren't they? The writer.
The writer is Australian.
Indian Australian.
Sri Lankan.
Sri Lankan Australian. Counting and Cracking has performed here in Sydney, but it's also performed in New York. Yeah, last year performance
The
went to New York,
director was Australian, like A1 flag.
and it was.
I think that's
a-
probably one of the
Directed
best
Continent.
shows I've ever
Did you go to New York?
Yes.
And
I
now
also
it-
went to the UK.
Yeah, you went to the UK as well.
Yeah.
And how was that as an experience acting in New York?
I think that the New York audience is the best audience.
New York is the best audience? Tell me what you really think.
No,
Darling.
I'm not saying like Sydney was also wonderful, but in New York, like it's really the audiences that we
How's it feeling? We can do some
migrants, like immigrants from all over the
All over
world.
the world.
It's like same as in
get
Sydney.
a flat bit and then we
Something
can...
Just
like,
an energy or an
just
enthusiasm?
energy, yes,
Yeah.
yes, and they, although like there are a lot of cultural
So if we just let it sit
references
for a
in the
moment,
play,
a
they
bubble kind of
instantly
rises.
They
get it.
instantly go.
Yeah.
Counting and Cracking. If you have not seen Counting and Cracking, it's
So
won
please give it a
awards.
moment,
It's an
it'll come
amazing
through.
play about the history of Sri Lanka, really.
It's
Yeah,
about
like
actually years for the conflict, the ethnic
civil war.
riots and civil war, like
Yeah.
yes.
You can pop it whenever
The
you want.
political turmoil is how
I could keep talking about the Counting and Cracking, but we're going to move off this table before our candy gets too stiff. We're going to take
It's a lot
it.
of
You're going
fun
to pick that
making
up,
bubbles.
and we're going to take it over to the table over there. How are you going?
Oh, this is too much fun.
Perfect.
It's really fun, yeah.
Then we're going to make one more bubble. The candy is now getting to a point where it's getting a little bit stiff.
It's like glass flowing.
It is like glass blow. That's it though. Our cooling table's done its work. It's getting our candy really stiff. We need to move to the next table. Annabelle's going to grab. You don't get disconcerted.
Hi everybody, we're going to move down to see them make it. Just a reminder, The Wrong Gods is playing at Belvoir Street Theatre. I highly recommend going. Go see anything at Belvoir, but go see
Go and
this.
see some live theatre. It's an
is
extraordinary
amazing.
experience. It's too easy not to. It's too easy to sit at home and watch something terrible on Netflix. But
so it's
going
still
and
hot.
seeing live theatre, it's one of
So
life's
what it's going to do is
true
help keep our
joys.
candy nice and soft for us. So first we need to stretch some stuff, don't we, Dave?
We do. This is called satinisation. Okay, we need to change the colour of this. This is currently clear. There's no. It looks a little bit yellow because of the temperature we cook the sugar to. But we want to turn this white. Lily's going to show you how to do it. We're going to put it on our hook behind us.
Already a little stiff this one. Not gonna lie.
We might give.
This one, I think I need to give it a...
Why don't you just give it a quick? You want to give it a zap while we
Yeah.
do the other one?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to. While she's doing that, she's just gone to Michael. It's called cheating. She's cheating with our candy making. Cheating. We're going to do this. See how we've got. This is clear yellow, and I don't know if you can see this at home, but it's actually translucent. It's very clear candy. But we want to turn half of our yellow candy into a really bright, shiny yellow. Okay? So we can come over here. Are you both right-handed?
Yes.
Yeah? So the idea is...
Alright guys, hi Melanie.
Right at the bottom.
Hi Noah, how are you?
Your left hand
Riley,
goes
it's not for me.
backhand.
That's
It's
okay,
like a
Riley.
skipping rope or something like that. And you'll see it start to change colour really, really quickly. Yeah? You ready to have a go? So
I don't know if I'm strong enough.
yes,
Oh, no,
it's
you'll be
easy. Look, easy, easy. So you throw it over, left hand goes backhand, and that goes over here with it. Okay, there you go.
We're gonna go in like 4 minutes, yeah.
I'm here, you can't drop it on the floor, you'll be right.
Hi Brixton, hi London, hi
This
Emmy,
one's
hi
gonna go. This
Ken.
one's gonna go
Hi Brittany
Yeah.
from South Carolina. Wow.
over the hook. Yep, that's it. And then give it a pull. Pull. Yep.
there.
Look at this, she's a candy maker.
Do you want to go?
Yeah.
Like, you mean for like a really bright, shiny yellow.
Maddie's got
Yeah,
this.
good. Got it. You candy makers.
So just see how it's getting really lumpy.
I'll do the eye
What that is, you don't want to grab it here, you want to grab it right at the end so the whole thing is full. And then it won't get lumpy.
This is so.
Faster.
Come on,
Maddie.
Nabi, you can do it.
Would you ever travel to India? I would.
For sure.
Absolutely. I would travel just about anywhere.
I took Annabelle to India when she was 3.
3. And I remember it so clearly.
Was that your only time?
Yeah.
When
I'd
she
love to
was
go back,
3,
but
we did a little
I
family
don't-
trip. Agra and Rajasthan and Mumbai and Goa.
Have you
Delhi.
been to Colombo, Sri Lanka?
I have not.
That's next on my list.
I've been to India
I
a few
agree. I
times.
really want to go. It's like high on my list.
Yeah.
When are you going, Annabelle? Next year.
Have you booked?
No. Well, I wanted to go this year, but it's too complicated with
That's
my
excellent.
schedule.
mate. I'll give
So
it 2
next year.
more, but we're done.
But yeah, I'm going to make it happen. I really want to.
I can come and work here, it seems.
You sure can, mate. If this whole acting thing doesn't work out for you, give me a call. Give me a call.
Acting projects.
You might get. Do you want to just do that one, Lil?
Sorry, I'm just gonna.
All right. Can I just say one more time? Today's a really special day for us here at Sticky. Often it's just us making crazy things. On the weekend we made Van Gogh's Starry Night. But today is special because we have Vishnavi and Nadi here today from the current production of The Wrong Gods at Belvoir Street Theatre. I was lucky enough to see it last week, and they've been generous enough to come in and talk to us today. So while Lily's just finishing off our white one,
Why are you at work at 8 o'clock at night?
why are we at work at 8 o'clock at night?
Great question.
That's such a question from another country, isn't it? We're not. We're at work at about. It's coming up on 11 o'clock. Must be about 11
It is
o'clock.
nearly 11 o'clock.
You're going to take the black one, the black one, and we're going to just roll it into a cylinder. Okay, a cylinder. You're going to
Move
take
that
this one.
David.
Hey?
Say move that one off the table.
Move this
Give
one
them
out
some
of the way.
space.
You're going to take this one, Vaishnavi, and Nadi, and we want to turn it into like a rectangle. Just flat. So we turn it over and we just give it a sort of push, turning it into the shape we want of just a flat or rectangle. Yeah? So you're going to have a little bit of a go at that?
Am I rolling this?
Yeah, we're just going to roll it, turn it into a cylinder.
Okay.
Yeah? Generally we work at about shoulder width. So we're both working at the same width. And
Yes.
you're going to do that over. Yep. So what you'll find too, Nadi, is this will start sticking to the table and make your life a bit difficult. So we just flip over.
I may
Yeah.
need to start again.
No, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Do either of you do like
What
a
we
lot of
can do-
cooking or anything, or no, not really?
You just make it a little bit smaller.
'Cause
And
I
the
see,
secret
like-
with candy
Because
is
I
the
find it
less-
like it's
the
so
less you
similar to
do, the
bread
better.
dough and things like
Yeah,
that.
bread dough. Yeah.
Except hot.
Hardly touching it, really. Letting gravity and the table do all the work for you. That's perfect, Nadi. So just think about rolling a little bit. That's perfect. You're going to stop. What made you ladies decide to get into acting? How did that happen? I actually, and that's a trick question because I was talking to Vaishnavi before we started. She used to be a lawyer as well.
I'm so sorry. That's terrible.
Yeah, no, I'm recovering. So
She's a recovering legal worker.
yeah,
It's something you never quite recover from entirely. It stays with you forever.
theme, right? In a good way.
But it actually, I think it has informed her performance a little bit because her character, Lakshmi, is how would you what's her role? She's a development. She's a
Yeah.
lawyer.
It changes between the two time periods, but she definitely has a background in
In
corporate
corporate.
work.
It's interesting because in the play she's the villain, but she's not really villainous. I think she wants the best.
Yeah.
She wants things to work out well for everybody.
Yeah. Actually, in week 1 of rehearsals, I said, I came in on the second day and I said, I think it's really important that we don't talk about her as a villain and we don't.
She's not.
Yeah, because actually every character in the play has a legitimate reasoning to some extent, and they're trying to do the best version of living that they think is right.
Yeah.
And her view, even though it's not necessarily my view, is the view of a lot of people around the world who believe that, you know, we can get out of the mess that we've made as humans by like thinking and invention and science and that kind of thing.
And making people's lives better. no?
Making people's lives better, and sometimes there's a cost, and she's weighed up the costs and said, look, I'm okay with these costs. And
The sacrifices we make for progress and
Yeah.
freedom for these rural women for freedom. Right, so I don't want to interrupt, but we try and get that a little bit back around. You're going to grab your sponge, and we're going to put water all over this. Has it stuck a little bit?
it's up. It's up.
Okay, so we're just going to wipe the sponge over that.
With this,
Yep.
like that.
Yep. Perfect.
So,
we're
people
gonna
want to know
take
what we're
this
making
one.
today. We're actually making really simple, really lovely passion fruit lollies. And we've gone with something quite simple because we have guests who are not candy makers. Although, look, they could be quite honestly. I'm looking at
We're
this
gonna
wrap
stick this
thinking
in the
that's
middle.
pretty excellent.
Ah.
Okay. So we're gonna, and I'll let you do this, but essentially we just want to wrap this up. We don't want it to overlap. We want these two edges to meet nicely. Yep. So you can do that. What Nadi just did with her yellow, you're going to do with this
And
with
then
the
we
yellow.
lift up
Okay.
this side.
Rolling pin can be a little bit of a help. You might want to do this,
Yeah.
but you're going to turn it into a
Rectangle.
All the
rectangle.
way along.
Alrighty.
And then we just roll it
Go for
round.
it. Have a go.
So it'll want to sink. So right now it's round and it won't want to be round. So what we want to do
Why did Dad shave the beard?
is we just want to
Thank you for noticing. No one in my life noticed.
slowly roll it.
I'm sorry.
I think I'm gonna grow it back.
Just so you can cut it off again and then complain when no
You
one.
complain that no one notices.
How
So-
long is it before?
That's it.
No, it was just
Not
was not
pressing, but
sticking
just
long. That was just it was
Yeah,
there.
and we don't
So
want it
that'll
to
do
get
with the
too
rolling
white.
in.
So if you feel like it's
So-
getting
These guys are doing
white,
great.
because
One of
sometimes
the things
when you
with
roll
working
it,
with I'll
it's
take that. But one of the things with
Shout,
working
should he
with
throw it
after a
back?
while it starts to kind of
Push it.
stick to the table.
So, 'cause we
But
wanna
you
keep
want
it
to
up
make this
this
now
way.
into that rectangle shape. yeah?
perfect, you've got it.
So have a little bit of a play. Have a look at what your partner
So
is
have
doing.
you-
Essentially, you
Had
want
you
yours to
done this
be
before you joined?
the same length.
No, I've been
And you
making
want it
candy
to be
for 18
exactly
years,
the right
but
height to
yeah,
go
all here.
once around
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, we chain her up out back.
Does that make
so-
sense?
Yeah, they don't let me leave.
This one's going to wrap around.
Yeah.
You don't want to leave.
No, it's a pretty sweet gig.
You see what she did there?
One of the really interesting things I thought about the play was the men are there, but they're not present. Yeah? Like it's very much a story of women.
For us.
The father, the absent father, who no one's sure whether he's still alive, but he turns out to be still alive. And
There's Ranjan.
Ranjan, that's right. Oh, Ranjan, yeah, the boy.
Shais. Yeah.
You think that's big enough?
I think it's just about perfect. So what we'll do, we'll give a little bit of a flip
These
over
guys are
so
better
it's
than
not
me,
stick
like,
to the table.
honestly.
Make it a little bit longer that way. Perfect. So you're going to grab your
They're
sponge.
doing a great job. Oh my gosh, is this candy making? It sure is.
It sure is, and you're going to sort of wet that. Yeah, we just make it damp. All that is a little bit of water,
Yeah.
and it dissolves the top level of the sugar, so that when we put them together, they'll stick together.
Perfect.
So we can get rid of the sponge.
It's perfect. So just like you wrapped this one,
We're going
we're
to drop it
gonna
in the middle of
drop
this.
this one on that one and wrap it again. So
You can do it.
All right, what are we currently making? We
So
made
now, so
passion
we
fruit
just pick this
lollies.
one up.
pick the whole one up and we'll just
We made-
Stick it in the middle.
We're making
Right in
passion
the
fruit lollies,
middle.
which in my opinion are the best
Perfect.
fruits.
That's
Best fruit
it.
lollies we made.
So,
We do with
yep.
Nadi.
just gonna flip this one.
I love this.
It's cool stuff, isn't it? Perfect. Look at that. So this is now one seed for the centre of our passion fruit. What we're trying to make, we didn't actually discuss this. What we're making is little sweets. They're going to look like, kind of like a passion fruit if you cut a passion fruit in half and looked in the middle. So we now have what will be one seed in the middle of the passion fruit. We need to turn it into 16 seeds for our passion fruit. Okay? 16. So you're going to grab your end. Vaishnavi, Nadi, you're going to come here. And we're going to lift it. And we pull. Pull, 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 pull. Okay, stop. We're going to stop there. We're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut halfway.
Do you want to do it, Nancy?
Yeah.
Yep. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. So we're going to turn that up on its side. We're going to take this one and we're just going to stick those two together. So we now have, I know you're actors, but how's your maths?
Maths.
One,
Don't be mean,
how many
Max,
seeds
he's
have we
also
got
a
now?
lawyer.
32.
No, we've got two.
8.
Two. If you cut one and you cut it in.
Amazing. Yes, correct.
This is why she's not a lawyer. This is why she's in the performing arts.
And yet I
but
did
so-
4 unit maths at school.
Okay, we now have two.
Two.
Okay, so we're going to do the same thing again.
I'm gonna keep going until we have
So we
16.
cut and
Now this
then-
makes
Yeah,
sense.
but we pull it. Vishnavi's going to grab
Oh, yeah.
that end.
Oh yeah,
Do the
we'll
same
Yeah,
thing
we're gonna
again,
pull it out.
basically.
ready?
Yeah.
And that'll do.
You can stop. We're going to cut that in half.
What you want to do?
Yeah.
All right, your second maths challenge. How many are we going to have now? Two cut into 2 times 2.
Is 4.
Learn your timetable.
How
Learn
long,
your timetable.
how
So,
long have you each been
a little
acting?
bit of-
Is that too
Nadine,
hard of a
take
maths
this.
question?
And
Put a little bit of water on there.
I'm quite new still, so I
Perfect.
went to I used to be a
We
lawyer,
have 4,
and then I went to drama school.
and we're going to do the same thing
Finished
again.
my first year out was
While Nadia's
2018,
talking.
so this is my 6th
Okay,
year.
stop.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect,
right? Is
beautiful.
that good maths?
So we're going to cut that one in half.
Oh no, I'm a candy maker. I don't
Yeah,
have to have
okay.
some maths.
I'll have a little bit of
Candy makers don't
Yeah.
know maths either.
My brain is just the meme with that, you know, that lady, and then there's like the triangle.
Oh yeah.
That is me constantly at work. I reckon 90% of the time I'm here,
Okay,
that's
so you can
happening.
cut that in half.
And 10% I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. I'll go with that. 10% good.
This one's gonna get tough and tough. There you go. Snip, beautiful.
Nice.
So if we have 4 times 2,
8.
we now have 8. Yes.
She's crushing it.
It's all coming back to you. It's
Yeah.
all coming back to you.
How about you, Natty? How long have you been acting for?
I think for about 25 years now.
So you were acting in Sri Lanka before you came here?
Yes. I came to Australia in
You want to go for it?
Go for
2020.
it. So just try and grab right at the end because we've got this lumpy bit there.
That's
You
awesome.
pull.
How's-
Yeah,
how's
nice.
I love it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what
Okay,
I
that'll
love.
do.
You got to do what you love.
That'll do.
Is the acting industry
love candy
different?
One more time, Smarty.
You can do both, acting and candy making.
Is the acting industry very different between Sri Lanka and Australia, or like is one of them? Is it?
Different. The industries are really different because in Sri
Beautiful.
Lanka the theatre industry.
So we're going to put some,
whole
once more, a
entertainment
little bit of
industry
water
is
on the
very
top of
small
that.
Yeah.
in scale. In Australia, like it's a properly developed industry.
Beautiful. So,
So
Nadine?
yes, sorry.
while you're talking, you can keep talking. Just roll that. All you can do is roll that back and forth. We've only got 2 layers to go now. We need to wrap that. We need to put the white around it.
Okay.
So you want to have a little go at
Yeah.
turning that one into a nice rectangle that looks like that.
Yes.
One of the things with the rolling pin I found, instead of trying to do this, use your body weight.
That's all right. You know what? Me telling you to remind me reminds me myself.
Pressure, not strength, just pressure.
Right, awesome. So once it gets a bit wide, we can do that thing again with it. So we squish it up a bit. We want to keep it kind of about that length.
Yeah, in Australia, I think I have learned a lot of things from Australian. I mean, working in Australian
Has
theatre.
it been? Are you going to stay forever, Nadi? You go back to Sri Lanka one
No,
day?
I want to go back to Sri Lanka because I'm here with my son. My parents are there in Sri Lanka. And
That's
yeah,
perfect.
I'm just kind
So
of
if we can
trapped
turn this over,
in
now
Sri
you just want to give it a little, the rolling pin's done its job. All you're going to do is give it just a little bit of a pull, make it so it's going to fit exactly around what Nadi's got there.
Looking good.
One of the things I thought was really interesting about the play is it's actually quite nuanced in the way it presents progress. It's not entirely taking a really over-idealized view of traditional lifestyle. It really does present progress as a way for rural women to escape their lives, but at the same time really highlights what we lose along the way.
Yeah, I think the play shows us there's a lot that we can learn from these older ways of living and being with nature and working.
Perfect. You're doing a great job.
There's not much to do till we move on to the next
But
step.
it also
so you're
points out that
fine.
not everything about this life is idyllic and beautiful just because we're living.
There's so much we lose along the way.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's going to be actually pretty good. So in the same way that we did the wrapping, we're going to do it one more
Wow,
time.
it's amazing, Nadine.
So there you go. You whack that in there, Nadi. No, that'll be good.
She's leaps and bounds
And
ahead
as
of
we
you,
do
Dad.
this, we just go, is that going to mate really nicely? I think it kind of
And it
is.
is.
We can pull it back. Beautiful. So one more.
We're going to do the same
We're
thing.
so close.
we're going to make a wrap out of this one as well.
It's all wraps.
We might let Nadi do that one because Vaishnavi just did this one. So you just want to roll this for a minute,
So,
Vaishnavi.
we
But
wanna-
just as you're doing it,
Kind of put a
Don't-
little bit
it'll-
of
because
pressure,
of the
not
nature-
too much, and just kind
technically it's
of
still
roll the
liquid.
whole thing flat.
So as you roll
and
it,
then
it'll
we'll
want to
shake
get
it
a
with
little
our
longer.
hands.
So just keep it, take a little mental photograph and just keep it like it is.
That's perfect. Awesome. So that's just getting it flat for us.
Again.
One more time, and then we'll put the rolling pin aside.
Can I just, while the girls are doing that, Neil's going to watch them and help them. I just want to give a little reminder. Today is a really special day here at Sticky. We make all sorts of lollies, but it's really special for us today because we've got Vaishnavi and Nadi who are in the current production of The Wrong Gods at Belvoir Street Theatre. Belvoir Street Theatre is a theatre in Sydney, in Surrey Hills in Sydney. It's a wonderful performance space. It's not too large, it's quite intimate. There are no bad seats, and if you had the chance, go and see these women. They will blow you away with their performances in a story that is really quite powerful. I think it can speak to everyone. It's set in rural India, but I think it's got something to say to everyone. So if you've got a little bit of time and you're looking for something wonderful to do in Sydney, go and see The Wrong Gods at Belvoir until the end of May, 31st of May.
Yeah.
Is that the last performance, 31st of May?
Yes, 31st of May.
And then after that, if you're in Victoria, they'll be performing at Melbourne. Whereabouts in Melbourne, do you know?
At the
There's something?
Arts
Right.
Centre. MTC.
What's the Melbourne Theatre Company? Melbourne Theatre. They've come well prepared, as you can tell.
Yes.
At the MTC in Melbourne, straight away, like in June.
Yeah.
Okay, so they go direct from Sydney to. And are there any plans to travel outside Australia?
Wet it up and
Not yet.
just like last.
Longer term, maybe, hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Is that do you enjoy that? Do you enjoy?
Touring.
Yeah, touring.
Oh, I love it.
You do.
Do you?
Hotel
yes,
rooms
yes,
and yeah.
I love touring, yes.
It's more like experiencing different people's reactions to a play and then seeing like how their countries, that society responds in a different way to like,
Uh-huh.
you know, Australia.
Yeah.
Been so far.
For the wrong gods.
Like, yeah, just here in Sydney. Like,
Nothing?
people generally being like,
So we want to
Generally, yes. I think people, because we pose the play, pose a lot of big questions to the audience. So I think at first, I mean, people are just trying to because there are so strong opinions that convictions to different ideologies that we are.
And so one of the nice things about, and I think what Nadi's saying is, we walked out and had about 12 different conversations about the play when we left.
Who is right? Who is wrong?
Well, I was right. Everyone knows I'm always right. All right, and we're just going to go back to Candy for a minute. So what we do?
Fold it up there. We're gonna
Just stop for a sec because we want these to meet, just without going overlap. All right. Now I'll pull this out, Lil. Do you want to pull it
Pull it
out?
out there. I've got it.
Lil, you've got it?
Yeah.
So you're going to come over here
You
with me,
guys are going to
ladies.
do some cutting.
So essentially what you have made here is around about 12.5 kilos of passion fruit candy. You can sort of see it from the end. We've got little seeds sitting in.
you
That
guys see
clear
it?
yellow is going to hopefully look like a little bit of a liquid that is, when you open a passion fruit. It's got the white on the inside of the shell. It's got the seeds in the liquid sitting inside the passion fruit. So you're going to come down here, Vaishnavi, and you're going to come here, Nadi. So the two of you are going to do this together. What you're going to be doing is cutting the candy into lengths. Into lengths. About like this. And then you're
It's
going to
kind
be
of my
taking those
thing,
lengths.
doing the sway.
It's still soft, but it'll cool very quickly. But until it's cool, we want to kind of roll them so that they stay around. Does that make sense? Yes. So I'll give you a little bit of a demonstration, and then I'll go to the pub.
True, you are leaving.
Yeah, I am leaving.
He is leaving.
So we take this in our right hand, and it's just a dong. Yeah. This will be an offcut that you can take home with you. Okay, so Lily's going to extrude it. We'll be standing about here, and as it comes out, you're going to go chop. So
Don't grab it too hard. As it comes out, you just lift it slightly off the table.
Might need to move the camera angle a bit.
Okay?
I got it.
Treat it like it won't want to break. It wants to sort of make your life difficult. So you just, yeah, does that make sense? And then you take these, Rosemary,
So I'll do the pulling. So all you're
and
going
if
to
it really
worry
does
about
their job properly, you should get them reasonably round, and they should just roll.
Lovely.
Yeah? So that's yours. So you're coming back there, you're going to roll. So hang on, no. This hand goes, grab that. And then whack. Holy moly. You really don't have to go.
So I'm just going to stretch it out a little bit.
Yep, nice.
Okay, so I'm just going to stretch it out. Who knows what we need this side?
Come a little bit further this way.
Not the side. Again.
No, that's all right. No, you're doing great. Yeah. Perfect. Pass that along. And then perfect. Pass that along. So Lily's going to pull out some more. Do you know what was not immediately apparent to me? The writer of The Wrong Gods. Is it a man or a woman?
A man.
Right is a man.
What's his name?
Shaktidaran. S. Shaktidaran.
Shaktidaran.
Shaktidaran
S. Shaktidaran.
Yes. He's a man. He's
But
only
he
man.
writes for women beautifully, I thought. Certainly my impression was.
I'm feeling a bit nervous being
How are you doing? How are you?
next to this one.
It's quite violent, isn't it? Yeah, nice. They look great.
Nice, Nadia.
You're a natural, no, this is
Just,
it.
yeah.
So, these early ones, once they start to cool, when they're kind of starting to, we can move these down here, get them out of your way,
Lovely.
and just keep adding more as she goes.
Alright, so I'll stretch it out. I'm just going to get it around a bit again.
Hi from India, someone in the chat.
Namaste! Namaste! Namaste if you are from India, if you're from anywhere outside Australia. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Sticky. Just a little reminder, we're very lucky today because we have Vaishnavi and Nadi who are in a current production of a play here in Sydney called The Wrong Gods. It's the story of the clash of modernity with traditional lifestyles set in rural India. It is an amazing play. Can you imagine taking the play to somewhere like India?
Yeah. I think that would be very interesting.
What did you ask?
Can you imagine taking the play to somewhere like India? To like,
Oh, it would be amazing
Yeah.
if you can. Yeah.
The story was inspired by something that happened there in real life.
okay.
The Narmada Dam that they built over this valley. It was there was a huge environmental protest that happened in response to that, and one of my aunties actually was involved in that protest. Yeah. And so I think it would be very interesting to see how the people there respond now.
I think it'd be fascinating.
Yeah,
So
because
hang on, we just because when we get them stuck together. No, it's good. We can make our line
Make sure that that one goes down so it gets rolled. It goes here and
We're
goes
giving them
flat.
to you nice
All
and
good.
flat. So if you get one that's flat
Just
and
wait
it's
for
not
them to catch up a
rolling,
moment before we...
Because we are faster.
Yeah. We've got it ready, yeah.
they all start rolling again.
Might move the camera down in a second.
Yeah, beautiful.
Alright, awesome.
And this Narmada Dam Valley, the protest campaign was led by women, no?
yeah.
In the real.
Yes, the Wrong Gods. It is it's the story set in rural India, but it is the story of dams that are displacing local families. With the figures, like the figures that were given in the play of the number of families and people displaced, were they based on
Yeah, true
accurate figures?
Yeah, and we updated them during rehearsal as well. I went away and did some research. So they're real and shocking figures.
They are real and shocking figures.
I'm going to move you guys down to see what they're doing down the other end. Whoop. I'm gonna try go over the glass. That was gonna be hard. We'll see. Sorry about. I'm apologizing to the audience for doing this to them.
How are we going?
Dad, how does
You're doing
that
great.
look?
Hey?
How does that look? Not good.
Not great. There you go. It looks all right, except you can
earthquake.
see too much of me and not enough of Vaishnav. There you go. Perfect.
Thank you.
So I'll take some of these ones. If you've just joined us, we're making passion fruit lollies, but we're not just making passion fruit lollies today. We're making passion fruit lollies with a couple of the cast members from The Wrong Gods playing here in Sydney. A really quite a powerful story of women, of modernity, of progress, of sacrifice, of family. And it's quite an extraordinary story. I was lucky enough to see it last week. If you're in Sydney till the end of May, or Melbourne after that, check out The Wrong Gods. You'll both be going to Melbourne with the performance.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
What can
that's-
they do without us?
How could they do it without you, though?
It's true.
It's
Nothing
true.
is the powerhouse.
Oh, but you guys are... It is a 90-minute play. There are only 4 characters in it, 4 Indian women. You're from Sri Lanka. You have an Indian heritage, Vaishnavi.
Yeah.
Isha,
Isha is played by Radhika Muddir.
and
She's
she's
also from India.
Indian
from India
heritage,
as well.
And the other one is Manali Dattar.
Uh-huh.
She's also from
Indian heritage.
Yeah. She's from
A little bit, yeah.
Oh no, they've stuck a bit.
How do you go putting on that kind of Indian accent? Because you're sounding very Australian now that I'm talking to you but in the play you're
Yeah, well,
got that.
actually, for me, my natural accent is Indian because that's how I grew up, right?
Okay,
So
yep.
my Australian accent is the it's the
It's the fake
add-on.
one.
It's,
Okay.
it's the I don't know how to. So it feels
take
really
the
nice to
difference.
go back and sit in that.
Do you visit India often or
Yeah.
see family and stuff?
Yeah, the entire rest of my family still lives in India, my extended family. So to see my grandmother and my cousins and aunts and uncles, you've got to go back.
No,
Oh, no.
hang on those, they're still a little bit soft, but as they harden up, we'll move them over. Oh, look at the two of you. I will be put out of a job. Oh, it's very pretty. A little bit, yeah. Just keep them a little bit shorter, makes it a little bit easier to manage on the table. Table rolling for you nicely. A couple of them stuck. Get those out of your way. You can have them on that one.
I think I'm better at eating candy.
Better at eating candy to make. I don't know. You guys are doing
You
an
guys are
awesome job.
nailing it.
This is a particularly large batch.
Should I kind of stretch that
Yeah,
out?
if it's a little bit, you can stretch it out a little bit. You can't really once it's gone on this table. Yeah, beautiful. Keep them coming, Nadi. If you've got any questions, if you want to know how, like, you trained to be a lawyer,
Yes.
but did you always want to be an actor?
I would have loved to, but I never thought it was possible for someone like me. And I mean, in your wildest dreams, well, in my wildest dreams, I thought, who becomes an actor?
Who becomes an actor?
So I decided to go down the more conventional route of contributing back to the world.
As a lawyer.
As a lawyer, well, yeah. One of the interesting things I worked on this brief research on war crimes from the Sri Lankan Civil War
Okay.
when I was working as a lawyer, and so doing candy and cracking after that, it was kind of full circle.
Wow.
Yeah, but that experience actually kind of broke me as a person working in like international humanitarian law. 'Cause it was just it's too much.
Too tough?
I like, for someone who just cries at every movie, including How to Train Your Dragon, like, I was, yeah.
You know, I still cry when I watch Babe.
I love Babe.
Babe. No, at university, that's kind of where what my focus was as well, was international humanitarian law, the laws of war.
Yeah.
And I do, in some ways, wish I'd pursued it, but you're saying your experience pursuing that beyond university was pretty raw and pretty real.
Yeah. I think it takes a particular type of person, and I'm very in awe of those people, but I don't think I am that person. And actually I found that being an artist now helps me give back to the world in the way that I can best do, because I can talk about these issues and kind of spread conversation and knowledge and work into unconscious biases in that way.
It'll sound entirely ridiculous, but it's been made very clear to me over the last 5 years. A lot of people have got a lot of joy from just my stupid little lolly making.
Yeah, exactly.
And there are so many ways to contribute.
Yeah.
So no, I can relate to what you're saying and how we got a bit of a sticky issue a little bit.
It's doing so well.
You are doing so great. There you go, they're great. And we're actually almost done.
Love this thing.
And then the chopping up bits.
Woo!
Look at you, Nani.
Nearly there.
Alright, last two, I think.
There we go.
That's it. Okay. Alright. The bit that everyone's been waiting for. Look at what we want to have a little bit of a look and see what the ladies have done. If you just walked in late and you're going, what's going on here? My name's David and this is Sticky. But today we've got Vaishnavi and Nadi, who are in the current production of The Wrong Gods at the Belvoir Street Theatre. An incredibly, like a play that is moving, at times really funny. It's the story of modernity clashing with traditional lifestyles. It's about progress and capitalism, but also about what progress can offer us. That it really can be an escape for a lot of rural women, but at the same time the things that get sacrificed along the way. It's amazing. If you get a chance, please go and see it. The performances from these ladies are extraordinary. So, you can stop that. We're going to go like this. You're going to take this, cutting lollies. We're not going to cut the whole out. The girls are going to have a little bit of cut. I'm going to show you what we made, and then we're going to let them go so they can go and get on with their lives. But cutting lollies. These ones are a bit soft, so we're going to let those sit for a bit longer. You want to grab one of these ones. The key is not down like that, but a little bit of angle. This, you don't want to be cutting away from the block. You want to be cutting at the block. And then it's just tap, 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 tap. Yeah? Don't worry about speed. We want to make beautiful lollies.
We go like this.
Yeah?
Don't worry about that.
And then what you made,
You can see the seeds.
you can see the little passion fruit seed.
Now I understand.
So just before I hand it over to you, I'm going to we're going to cut up this slightly larger one. Because our cameras are so crappy, we're going to go like this.
Yeah, so start with one.
And
Try that bit first.
Vaishnavi and Nadi, two of the most impressive actresses or actors I've seen in Australia recently, have just made passion fruit lollies. And it's little lollies, and you can sort of see the liquid and the seeds, little passion fruit lollies. Hey Christian, hey James, hey Jackson, hey Tom, hey everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. These girls are going to have a little bit of a cut. So I'm going to hand this over to you. Vaishnavi.
Thank you.
This is going to go here.
Give it a go.
You take that in your right hand, once again. Let's throw one that's a little bit nicer. And just tap, 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 tap.
So hold it at the end. It'll be easier if you hold it at the end.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Go your way. And always like looking at lollies going, which is the perfect size that I would like to eat? And you're going, I'm going to cut them like that.
Like that?
A bit more angle.
Yeah, just hold it on a bit more of an angle, your left hand up.
Like this?
Yeah, you're looking to hold it on like a 90-degree angle to start with, and then you kind of come down as you cut it.
This is so fun.
Look at what you did, mate. They look great.
Beautiful.
Are they right?
Yeah, they're great.
No one knows.
Shall we race them? We could, like one of the things we do on social media. We do all these races, and should we race them? See how they go?
You may have a bit more practice first.
A little bit more practice. I just want to eat a passion fruit while I'm in. I don't know why. I've got one of those. I don't know if it'll be easy for you. I find it easy because I'm quite. But I find doing this just brings it down a little bit. How do you do the last bit? The secret to the last bit.
That's alright.
The secret to the last bit is if you cut away from the block, it's going to move. So you have to really like right on the edge of the block. Right on the edge, and then it doesn't have an opportunity to do that.
Yeah, look at you go. They look like rhubarbs.
People are seeing you and telling and saying that, wow, Annabelle's new hair looks really great
Annabelle's
today.
hair looks amazing. You do have your hair quite a you don't look dissimilar.
You didn't get it. He's waiting up for the beard comment.
Not enough beard comments.
That's it, I'm going to beat again. Coming back.
You're gonna have to get a whole load of like grooming, manscaping kind of.
Do you want
products.
to, I know. Because, well, that was the problem I had last time. It started getting scraggly and I didn't have anything to do. Do you want to know how to get fast? If you come on this side, this is a really big motion with your arm. If it's going like if it's going your elbow. If you wanted to tackle this as fast as you could,
When
my
you're done
arm's
with
not
that,
actually
pop
moving.
some in there and I'll...
So,
Told me that, yeah, I didn't.
so I kind of hold it a little bit like a pencil, cutting with this finger, and
Yeah, people just think you're me with a different haircut.
I love that.
Yeah.
I feel very flattered,
so-
so thank you.
you're both, yeah.
I would take that.
Yeah, nice. There, you got it.
That one we missed. All right.
Who wants
All
to
right.
try?
Yeah.
Everyone.
All right. We're gonna. You've now had a practice. We're gonna race you. Hang on. You put that down.
Oh goodness me.
You're gonna take that one. You're gonna take this one with your thing. Annabelle, are you ready for the race? Wait, ladies.
What are we going to do?
What's the trick?
We're gonna race. Who gets through their rod the fastest? They're the same length. What's the trick?
Yeah.
Like that. The trick is if you're going to tap really quick, it's all in the wrist. It's all in the wrist. And maybe instead of holding the handle, hold it like this. So you're actually holding the blade. So just make sure the point of contact is there. All right, let's start a little bit. Oh, she's started already. Okay.
Oh,
On your mark.
cheating.
I will wait, I will wait.
Go! Come on, Nutty. Oh man, it's gonna be close.
The pressure.
No, they still got a little left. Yeah! Right, Snobby! We're going to go away and cut this up. I'm not going to make this. There's a heap here to cut up. It'll take them age. We're going to go away and cut them up. This was the passion fruit made by Vaishnavi and Nadi, who are currently starring in a production of The Wrong Gods at Belvoir Street Theatre in Surrey Hills here in Sydney till the end of May. Then they're off to Melbourne. If you're in Victoria, go and see them in Melbourne. I saw the play last week. I cannot recommend it highly enough. Not just for the writing and the story, but for the performances of these women. Do yourself a massive favour. Go and see them. Having said all of that, I'm going to say thank you, Vaishnavi.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nadi. Did you have a good time?
Thank you so much. This is
so
so
fun.
fun.
Okay. Well, don't run away. We're going to give you some bags, lollies, your own lollies to
Please,
take with you. And we're going to say thank you very much for your time and your attention. Really appreciate it. Have a wonderful afternoon. Stay kind, stay clever, look after yourself and the people around you. We will be back on Saturday on YouTube if you want to watch us make more candy. But thank you to the girl. Look, and do go and see it. Do go and see it. It'll start conversations in your life and just some amazing performances. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye, everybody.
Awesome.
There you go, right there. Right there, you go.
So much